Namo Buddhaya. Dear friends, today, let's take a moment to pause and breathe. Life can be overwhelming, with its endless responsibilities, the pressures of daily routines, and the silent struggles we often face alone. Perhaps you're feeling lost, uncertain, or burdened by the weight of expectations, both from others and from yourself. It's easy to feel disconnected, searching for meaning or peace in a world that often feels chaotic and relentless. But what if I told you that there is a way to find that peace within yourself? A path that has been walked for thousands of years, offering solace and clarity to countless souls just like you. Today, we're going to explore what the Buddha really taught and how his teachings can offer you a sense of direction, purpose, and inner calm, even amidst the turbulence of modern life. Buddhism is often misunderstood. Some think it's about worshiping statues or following strict rituals. Others see it as a religion detached from everyday life, relevant only to monks and hermits. But the truth is far more profound and, at the same time, incredibly simple. The Buddha's teachings aren't about complex doctrines or abstract concepts. They are a practical guide to living a life of compassion, wisdom, and inner peace. So, what did the Buddha really teach? The essence of the Buddha's teaching can be found in what is known as the Four Noble Truths. These truths form the foundation of Buddhism, providing a framework for understanding the nature of suffering and the path to overcoming it. The Buddha taught that suffering, or dukkha, is an inherent part of life. This suffering isn't just about physical pain or hardship, it's the dissatisfaction, the longing, the unease that we all feel at some point in our lives. It's the feeling that no matter what we achieve or how much we acquire, something always seems to be missing. But the Buddha didn't teach this to make us feel hopeless. Instead, he wanted us to recognize this truth so that we could begin to understand and address it. The Buddha identified the cause of suffering as tanha, which means craving or attachment. We suffer because we cling to things, possessions, relationships, ideas, even our own self-image. We believe that by holding on to these things, we can control our happiness. But in reality, this attachment only leads to more suffering, because everything in life is impermanent. The more we cling, the more we struggle against the natural flow of life. This doesn't mean we should detach from everything and everyone. Rather, it means understanding that true peace comes not from clinging, but from letting go. The good news is that the Buddha also taught that it is possible to end suffering. This is the third noble truth, nirodha. By letting go of our attachments and desires, we can reach a state of liberation, known as nirvana. This isn't some far-off mystical state. It's a profound inner peace that we can experience right here, right now. This doesn't mean life will be without challenges, but it means we can face those challenges with equanimity, without being overwhelmed by them. Finally, the Buddha laid out a clear path to end suffering, the Noble Eightfold Path. This path is not a set of rules, but a guide for living a balanced and mindful life. It includes right understanding, right intention, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. Each step on this path helps us cultivate wisdom, ethical conduct, and mental discipline, leading us closer to the end of suffering and to true peace. Now, you might be thinking, this all sounds good, but how do I actually apply this to my life? Let's break it down into something practical, something you can start doing today. One of the most powerful practices the Buddha taught is mindfulness, sati. Mindfulness is about being fully present in the moment, aware of your thoughts, feelings, and sensations without judgment. It sounds simple, but it can transform your life. Imagine you're holding a glass of water. You might think it's just a glass of water, but when you drink it mindfully, feeling the coolness of the glass, the sensation of the water flowing down your throat, you experience it fully without distraction. This is mindfulness. To practice mindfulness, you don't need to meditate for hours or retreat to a monastery. You can start right where you are, in the midst of your daily life. Here's how. Take a moment right now to focus on your breath. Notice the sensation of the air entering and leaving your nostrils. Feel your chest rise and fall. If your mind wanders, gently bring it back to your breath. This simple act of focusing on your breath can anchor you in the present moment, reducing anxiety and bringing clarity to your thoughts. Whether you're washing dishes, walking, or even just sitting, try to be fully present in that action. Notice the details, the feel of the water on your hands, the sound of your footsteps, the sensation of the chair beneath you. By being fully engaged in whatever you're doing, you can bring mindfulness into every aspect of your life. Our minds are constantly buzzing with thoughts, many of which are negative or self-critical. Instead of getting caught up in these thoughts, observe them as if you were watching clouds pass by in the sky. Notice them, but don't attach yourself to them. Let them come and go. By practicing mindfulness, you can begin to detach from the constant chatter of your mind and connect with the deeper, more peaceful part of yourself. It's not about escaping reality, but about embracing it fully, with all its beauty and challenges. Another core aspect of the Buddha's teachings is compassion, karuna. Compassion is more than just kindness. It's the deep understanding of others' suffering and the desire to alleviate it. But before you can truly be compassionate towards others, you must start with yourself. Often, we're our own harshest critics. We hold ourselves to impossible standards and punish ourselves when we fall short. But the Buddha taught that we must first be compassionate towards ourselves, accepting our imperfections, forgiving our mistakes, and nurturing our well-being. Here's a simple practice you can try. Sit comfortably and close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths to center yourself. Now, place your hand over your heart and say to yourself, "May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be safe. May I live with ease." Repeat this silently a few times, feeling the warmth and love you're sending to yourself. Once you've cultivated self-compassion, extend it to others. Think of someone who is struggling or in pain and silently wish them well. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe. May you live with ease. This simple practice can soften your heart and open you to the suffering of others, fostering a deep sense of connection and empathy. By practicing mindfulness and compassion, you're walking the path the Buddha laid out over 2,500 years ago, a path that leads to peace, wisdom, and true happiness. Remember, the Buddha's teachings aren't about changing the world outside of you, but transforming the world within. The journey may be challenging, but it's also deeply rewarding. As you cultivate mindfulness and compassion, you'll find that your struggles become more manageable, your mind more peaceful, and your heart more open. So, take a deep breath and know that you're not alone on this journey. The Buddha's teachings are here to guide you, to help you find your way back to yourself. Thank you for joining me today to explore what the Buddha really taught. I hope these insights bring you the peace and clarity you seek. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more content that nurtures your mind and spirit.